Hi everyone! I have been asked to do a tutorial on how I shape the pin part of, when you do a make your own pin cushion in the teacups or whatever you're making them in, and you put the fiber fill in the fabric. I've been asked to show how I shape that to fit into the cup. So basically what I do is I start with the square of fabric. Now if I were going to actually use this on a project, I would cut it down, probably an 8x8 square, even though that's still too much fabric. I just like to have enough to work with, but I'm just going to use this entire piece just for the sake of the video. And you're going to need a rubber band and of course your fiber fill. So what I do is I just it depends on the size of what you're making, but say for a teacup, I would just grab off a big old piece like this of fiber fill and just kind of shape it in my hand, kind of the shape of a ball. You want it to be round, just kind of shape it a little bit, kind of roughly shape it. Okay, so then you've got this. Then you put it down into your fabric and just gather your fabric up around it. Right like that. Okay, and then flip it over. Now remember, I have too much fabric here and I also have dirty fabric. Ooh. And this is just for the sake of the video. Okay, so it's in your fabric and I just kind of eyeball it and I just do this, kind of play with it until it's in the shape that I want, and maybe rearrange the fabric on the sides, pull it a little tauter. You want it to be tight so it will hold your stick pins when you put them in. So basically you just play with it until you get the shape that you're happy with. That's all I do. There's no special way of doing it. You just got to play with it like this, and if you feel like you don't have enough fiber fill, then flip it over, add in a little bit more, and I just add it right onto the other piece. Nothing special. Make sure it's still kind of in a roundish shape. Gather up my material again. It's just kind of trial and error, for it to fit the project that you're working on. Basically, flip it back over to the top side, still holding it on the bottom so it's nice and taut. Looks like I got a pretty good square going on. But I mean, yeah, that's basically it. And then you just play with it until it looks round. This fabric is not the best fabric for this either. This is just a cotton piece of fabric. So, you just basically, that's what you do. Play with it until you get it the shape you want. And then tie it off with the rubber band. And by all means, after you tie it off with the rubber band and you think you have the shape that you want, try it in your project first to be sure that it fits in your project and looks the way you want it to look before you glue it in. So what I would do is I would just kind of play around with it a little more. That looks pretty good to me. It's nice and round. You're always going to have the little wrinkles because it is round. On a square piece you can get it nice and taut and not have the little wrinkles, but you're always going to have that, whether it's round or oval or any shape other than square or rectangle. So yeah, that's basically it. I think that looks pretty good. Now if I had a teacup, I would fit that right inside and make sure it looks the way I want it to look, and then I would glue it in after cutting off the excess fabric, of course. But that's basically it. You just got to play with it, move it around the way that you think it should look, and that's basically it. Just play with it. Kind of like playing with Play-Doh. You got to mold it, make it look the way that you want it to look. So yeah, I hope that helps. If not, let me know and I'll see if I can come up with something else for you. I've only made 2 of the pin cushions, so I'm not a pro by any means, but that's how I do it, and it's worked out pretty good for me so far. I hope that helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.